On the break for Swansea. Andy Cook, the new left back, but that's a poor ball. And a good first touch from Connolly for Hardy. Looking for Bennett. Harris gets it away well though. Lake down for midfield partner Phillips. Heavy tackle there on Bennett, and this time a free kick to Wrexham. Gary Bennett, who takes his place in a more orthodox 4-4-2 setup for Wrexham. With Connolly wide out on the left for them. Gets a good early cross in. Walker away for the first corner. So Wrexham settling in rather the better. Very much the side, of course, that took Wrexham to promotion last season. Apart from those two absentees I mentioned at the beginning of the game. Carl Connolly. Gary Bennett on the near post. Marked by Cornforth. That one's deep and headed away by Torpy. Phillips in first, can't control the ball though, and it's Hodge. Torpy takes over, down the middle for Hayes. Wide route right here to Jason Bowen. Torpy going to the far post. Bowen can't find him though, and Humes gets it away. A promising break that time for the Swans, but spoilt there by Keith Walker, pushing on Steve Watkin. But certainly Swansea had a chance there as they broke. Bowen wide out on the right there. Torpy made a good run for him to the far post, but Bowen couldn't find him. Here's Andy Cook then. Swansea's £125,000 buy from Exeter. Into Jason Bowen. To Cornforth. Chloe, the new right back, outside him. Again, Swansea a little slow to support. Just Cornforth for the moment. Nice languid run, beaten though by Bennett. And a chance again for Connolly. Only Watkin up for the moment. Slips it into Bennett. A great ball and a great chance. Gary Bennett across the face of the goal. A badly mishit shot. He couldn't find Steve Watkin either. Frustration then for Wrexham. After 6.5 minutes of this first half, a great chance for them. Connolly had put Bennett in, but that was a poor effort. In the meantime, Torpy for Swansea City. Support from Cornforth. Hodge wide out right. Poor ball again from John Cornforth there. Swansea using just the two men, Cornforth and Pascoe, in the middle of the field, both admitting they're not yet really match fit. Cornforth, of course, had an operation in the summer for his hernia problem that dogged him. Torpy, he had more time than he thought there. And Satori gets it away. Bowen in again for Torpy. Finally, Wayne Phillips and Tony Humes. A long ball out here for Mark Taylor. We're in 11. They're playing wide on the right. But now Martin Hayes. Bowen makes the run for him. Into space. Jason Bowen up against Humes. Once again looking for support. Pascoe the only man there. Can't get to it though. And Swansea not getting up in numbers to support their front runners. In the meantime, Steve Watkin. Good switch there for Connolly. But a little overhit. Both sides now beginning to settle. Here's Pascoe. He's played, of course, as an out-and-out striker, as a wide man in the hole behind the front runner, now in midfield. In support there of Claude. Under pressure. Foul, says the referee. Colin Pascoe going up then to support. Long deep ball by Walker. Down for Hodge. Takes it down beautifully. Good defending though by Phil Hardy. That's the area, of course, Swansea used to benefit so much from the long throws of Andy Legg. He's now gone to Notts County, so of course Swansea must think of something different. That ball just going off the Swansea foot. So it'll be Phil Hardy with it then for Wrexham. Cornforth again for Hodge. This time a Swansea City freak throw-in rather. Down to Torpy. Good turn. Just wide of the posts. Good effort though by Steve Torby. Swansea's £80,000 buy from Bradford City. Had more time maybe than you realised there, Torby. In the end, he didn't force Mark Morris into a save. Flowed in. Nasty ball there for Bowen. Nods it down well. Torby looking to turn. Bowen. First real chance then of the game for Swansea City. Neat filled up by them. Jason Bowen looking for an early birthday present. 21 years of age next Tuesday. Really letting fly, but off target. Good play again here by Torpy, laying it off nicely. But again, Morris untroubled by that rising ball. And the home fans rather losing patience with their side at the moment. Torpy, good header. Bowen, on his own though. Marked by Satori. Gets the bit of luck. Pascoe in support. Down the line for Claude. Great chance for Swansea for Torpy. Hooked away beautifully there by Barry Jones for Wrexham. So Swansea then get the second corner. Starting at last to put their game together, the home side. Lovely sweeping move. Swansea creating space for the first time, really. So an in-swinging corner then. In fact, it's towards Torpy. Humes gets there first, though. And Barry Jones completing the clearance for Wrexham. Cornforth just gets there first. Good play by the Swansea skipper. Side down, though, by Lake. Who is going to get booked for that? No doubt about it. Cornforth having done so well, having his ankles taken away there by the Wrexham midfield man. First booking of the game then, with some 5.5 minutes to go to half-time. Mike Lake, the Wrexham midfielder. Connolly and Watkin. Breaks again for Connolly. Through the tackle. Tries to get the ball through to Bennett. Pascal, meanwhile, away to Satori. Lake collects it. Nice turn. Sends them for Taylor to run against Cook. Early ball in. Good header away by Harris. Cornforth too for Bowen. Good surging run here by the Swansea skipper. Down the line for Hayes. Torpy in there with Satori. Good header. Positive header again by Jones. Foul by Andy Cook of Swansea on Mark Taylor. Certainly, though, much more purpose to Swansea's game in the last 10 minutes, quarter of an hour or so. Inside now, having to defend. A free kick from Mark Morris. Again for Connolly, gets in the header, but it breaks for Claude. Connolly, second chance, good turn, good ball, Watkin, fine goal. Excellent first goal of the season then for Steve Watkin. Gives Wrexham the lead, 5 minutes before half-time. Last season's top scorer for Wrexham with 18, showing fine play there, but created in the first place for him by Carl Connolly. Outwitting Claude, beautiful ball to the near post. Beautiful header by Watkin, 1-0. And Claude, having done so well in attack a little while ago, lets himself down in defence there. Beautiful curling ball, taking it away there from keeper Freestone. 1-0 Wrexham. Referee playing advantage there. Good header again by Connolly. Watkin gets in first. An offside decision, well, that was borderline. Also a question maybe of a foul too on Gary Bennett. Roy Osborne from Bristol spotted the offside from the early flip by Steve Watkin. Torpy beaten to it by Satori. Keith Walker wins the throw-in then for Swansea. About a minute and a half of normal time to go in this first half. Very animated Frank Burrows, the Swansea boss. So frustrating. He knows what he wants his side to do, but they're not doing it so far. Bowen coming deep again. Chance to show his pace. Crosses in towards Torpy, just behind him though. Harris gets in well. Cornforth looks at the options. Down the line for Hodge. Hardy back though, but has to concede the corner. Into the last minute of normal time. Swansea's 5th corner of the first half, as they trail Wrexham by a goal to nil. Colin Pascoe coming short. Hodge again for Torpy. Gets up well. Chance for Harris. Half a minute to go then to half-time. And Swansea level it up at 1-1 through Mark Harris, the big centre-back. His first of the season, the 12th of his career for Swansea. Scores some valuable goals. But that goal created for him by a lovely header by number 9, Stephen Torpy. 2 men, both centre-backs marking him. Gets up well though, beats Morris. And in there goes Harris to get the equaliser. Such a brave header at the end by Mark Harris after Torpy had done the work. In amongst the feet there, Harris. 1-1. Almost 2 minutes of injury time gone at the end of this first half, as finally the referee's whistle goes then. So, after a pretty quiet first half hour, the game brought to life with the first goal for Wrexham by Steve Watkin after 40 minutes. That lead, though, short-lived, as Swansea came back at the interval to level it off. Number 5, Mark Harris, the goal scorer. So that's it then at the interval. Swansea City 1, Wrexham 1. A good second half to look forward to. Welcome back then to the Vetch Field for the second half of the second division game. The sides tied at 1-1 at the moment. The game really having come to life at the end of the first half after a pretty tame opening. It's Stephen Torpy for Swansea looking to carry on where they left off. But Humes gets it away for Wrexham. Pascoe. Ball breaks for Claude. Hodge. Unable to control. Nasty bouncing ball though. Wrexham having to start the second half without Phil Hardy. Barry Jones switched over to the left with Scott Williams playing now at right back. So Mark Claude. Walker under pressure from Watkin. Does well. In towards the near post, just overhead a little as Torpy went in there. So here's the Wrexham substitute then, Scott Williams, the young 19-year-old, has come on to play at right back with Barry Jones switching to left back. Phil Hardy unable to come out for the second half. Heavy tackle by Pascoe on Taylor, but okay, says the ref, so it's a throw. Here's Scott Williams from Bangor, making his second substitute appearance of the season. Picking up Bennett. And winning a corner kick. Wrexham's third and their first of this second half. Once again, Carl Conley has switched flanks to take this one. So it'll be an in-swinger. Mark Sartori, number 6, coming up towards the near post for him. Put away though by Cook. Only as far as Taylor. Looking for the intelligent ball out wide again to Conley. But it's Cook with the early one. Nice touch by Bowen. Torpy. Hodge is open. Under hit shot, under pressure Hodge. Well, really, Swansea should really have made something of that. The ball running away at the end from John Hodge as he looked for his second goal. Nice build-up though. Just held up a little here, maybe by Martin Hayes. And in the end, Hodge under quite some pressure from Wrexham defenders. Wrexham making a second substitution. Mike Lake coming off now. And John Paskin, the striker, coming on. So the man then who won Wrexham their Coca-Cola Cup first round tie, first leg tie at Crewe in midweek, with a goal in the last few minutes. Walker finds Hayes. Torpy goes on the early run. Nice run by the former Arsenal man. Good far post cross. Good punch too by Mark Morris. And Paskin running from deep. Hodge goes back with him. Bennett. Unlucky. Harris in for Swansea to Bowen. Nice little touch for Pascoe. Plays the 1-2. Gets the better of substitute Williams just for a moment, Bowen. Nice turn. Great chance, Martin Hayes. Torpy in the far post. Just not enough power though in the header from Stephen Torpy. But much more now for the home fans to shout about. Fine play here by Jason Bowen. He's having a fine second half. Really beat Scott Williams there. Had Martin Hayes and Torpy in the box. But the loping header easily saved. Then the ball breaks for Wrexham. And Wayne Phillips runs well. Connolly screaming for it on the left-hand side of the field. Goes right though for Bennett. Connolly still unmarked. Bennett though still hasn't seen him. And it's too late now. But Bennett does well to win the corner. 4 corners now for Wrexham at the beginning of this second half. The two sides looking for a breakthrough. But if Gary Bennett had spotted Carl Connolly in splendid isolation earlier in that move, there might have been something for them. As it is, Connolly has switched flanks now to take this corner. An in-swinger to put pressure on the Swansea defence. Ball though. A good header by Hodge. Phillips. Powerful looking drive that. Williams switches it. Paskin the header for Watkin. Good defending though by Mark Lode. Finds Cornforth. Still though Wrexham keeping up the pressure. Paskin. Good challenge there by Cornforth. Phillips. Still Wayne Phillips. Good try. Fine effort then by Wayne Phillips, looking for his second goal of the season. Really doing well, supporting his attack. And just wide. Good, powerful running there by the midfield man. Just wide. Swansea in the meantime, also with the substitute on the field. We'll see him in just a moment. John Ford lining up at left back. Having to defend now though, as again it's Phillips. Plenty of space for him, able to go on. Charged down by Ford, the 14. But it's Paskin. Again for Phillips. This time though, unable to hit the target. Sean Chappell. Coming on then for John Hodge. So the two Exeter men, Cook and Hodge, off the field in this second half. Swansea then taking off the wide man. And using Sean Chappell in the centre of the field. Gets his first touch. But now Williams down the line for Bennett. In some space. Just Watkin and Connolly up for him for the moment. Ford goes back to defend. Bennett tries one. Oh, so unlucky. And Swansea almost made the pay there for giving Gary Bennett so much space. Ball hit into space for him. Turning the two defenders well. Fine shot. So unlucky. Gary Bennett 18 goals for Wrexham last season. Here's why. Has an eye for an opening. Long, deep cross towards Paskin. Balls for Jones. Poor effort though by the fullback. Torpy beaten to it this time by Satori. Now it's Taylor. But here's Close. Chance here for Swansea then. Up in some numbers. That goes out to Martin Hayes. Faced by Scott Williams. Uses John Ford. Chappell and Ford. This is Ford. Towards Torpy at the back post. Humes with the first header. Torpy still in there. Pascal. Great shots. So then, with 12 minutes to go at the end of this game, Colin Pascoe gets his first goal of the season to give Swansea the lead for the first time in this game. Fine floated cross by John Ford towards Stephen Torpy. At the second time of asking, in fact it was Humes' little flick that reached him, but what about this for a piece of finishing? Superb turn then by Colin Pascoe. 2-1 Swansea. Maybe a little bit of luck as far as Swansea were concerned when the ball rebounded off Torpy there. But look at this. That's class finishing. As Morris has hit the ball very long indeed. Steve Watkin, the only Wrexham man up, and he wins the free kick. Mark Harris disagrees vehemently with the referee. But here's a chance then for Wrexham to get back in this game again. John Cornforth sent back into the wall by the referee. And it's Bennett, Phillips and Connolly. Bennett leaves it. So it looks as if it would be Phillips or Connolly. Connolly, good effort. What a fine strike then by Carl Connolly. So unlucky there not to bring Wrexham level again with some 8 minutes to go at the end of this game. Beautiful little effort. Touched the top of the bar as it went over. Watkin short. Connolly and Claude. Ball still in play. Connolly. Watkin unmarked inside him. Decides to go down the line though for Jones. Good defending this time though by Mark Claude for Swansea. At the home side, lucky to escape there. Cornforth, good header for Torpy. Intelligent ball in the space for Pascoe. Oh, his first touch a bad one. And that proved costly. But here's Bowen. Still Jason Bowen. Brought down. That's a penalty. Mark Morris, the Wrexham goalkeeper, protests very strongly indeed there over that penalty decision that looks to have sealed up the game for Swansea. Here's how it came about. Jason Bowen gets there, and no doubt, at very least, a very ugly challenge by Morris. Referee though decides not to take any further action. Leaves it to John Cornforth, the Swansea skipper, to try and get retribution from the spot. No doubt at all about it. Cornforth too gets on the score sheet then for the first time this season, as Swansea increase their lead to 3-1 from the penalty spot. A well-taken spot kick indeed there by skipper Cornforth. Here's the incident first of all. No doubt at all about that, was there? And Cornforth made Morris pay. Beautifully struck into the corner. Scott Williams, one of 4 substitutes who've made the field in the second half. 2 on each side. Chappell. 1-2 with Torpy. Cornforth again supports. Pascoe in support, but it's Chappell. He takes over. Chappell. Crowd warning. He was under pressure from Bennett. But Swansea stroking the ball around nicely. For Harris finally gives it away to Jones. In the last minute of normal time at the end of this game. Swansea by now good value for their victory. As the linesman's flag is up again for offside. In the last 30 seconds of normal time then, at the end of this game, Swansea come comfortably in the driving seat and 3 goals to 1. Full value for their victory too at the end of the day. You can see the Frank Burrows pattern starting to take shape again in the Swansea lineup, despite the fact he's had to include those 5 new players, having lost Little and of course Andrew Legg, Colin West. They're deciding to release them, or sell them at least. But he's putting together another tidy looking side here at the bench, full of good footballers, able to spread the ball around as they're doing here. Sean Chappell finally brought down by Mark Taylor. So the game will end then, almost certainly with another attempt at goal by Swansea City. After again a rather hesitant first 20-25 minutes or so. They've suddenly upped their work rate, certainly, and John Cornforth here has played a part in that. Time for another corner at the end of this game for the Swans. Mark Sartori's had to work hard back in defence there for Wrexham. It's Martin Hayes takes it quickly to John Ford. Into Pascoe. Paskin in though. Free kick to Wrexham. As we're now into the 2nd minute of injury time at the end of this game. Mark Taylor, sweeping ball. Lovely one too for Connolly. One chance for Wrexham to get one back. Watkin in acres of space. Misses his shot. Still a chance for Paskin. Good save, Connolly. And despite the fact then that Swansea now are full value for this win, they almost gave away a silly second goal there at the end of this game. Wrexham with so many opportunities. Watkin in the first place, then Paskin. Good parrying save there by Freestone, and Connolly couldn't find the targets. Mr. Singh's whistle goes then at the end of this game. Victory for the home side Swansea by 3 goals to 1. Having gone a goal down in the first half to Steve Watkin. Mark Harris equalised, and then Colin Pascoe here claims a goal in the second half that put Swansea in front for the first time. And finally John Cornforth with a penalty. The skipper wrapped up the victory for the home side.